About the CP910 and CP920 sound processors. Your cochlear nucleus 6 CP910 or CP920 sound processor works with your cochlear implant to transfer sound to the auditory nerve. Your processor is made up of a processing unit, earhook, coil, coil cable, and a battery module. You can choose either the CP910 or CP920 processing unit. The CP920 processing unit has no accessory socket and is smaller than the CP910 processing unit. Both sound processors operate in the same way, except the CP910 sound processor can work with the cochlear nucleus range of accessories. You can control your sound processor as a standalone device by pressing buttons on the processor. You can also choose a cochlear nucleus CR210 remote control or CR230 remote assistant to control your processor. Assemble your sound processor. To assemble your sound processor, insert the coil magnet into the coil hole and turn it clockwise until it's at a comfortable depth. Push the coil cable into the coil until it clicks into place. Push the other end of the coil cable into the processing unit until it clicks into place. Align the battery module to the processor socket to fit the parts together. Twist the battery module to attach the parts. The processor will turn on automatically. Replace the battery. To replace the battery, twist the battery module to remove it from the processing unit. Align the battery module to the processor socket to fit the parts together. Twist the battery module to attach the parts. The processor will turn on automatically. Lock the battery to the CP910 processing unit. To increase tamper resistance, carefully lift open the accessory socket cover with your battery cover locking tool. Push the lock to the far left to lock the battery module. Push the lock to the far right to unlock the battery module. Carefully close the cover by pushing in the top hinge first. Lock the battery to the CP920 processing unit. To increase tamper resistance, firmly pull the coil cable straight out of the processor. Do not tug on the flexible part of the coil cable. Push the lock to the far left with your battery cover locking tool to lock the battery module. Push the lock to the far right to unlock the battery module. Push the coil cable into the processor until it clicks into place. Lock and unlock the tamper-resistant battery cover. The standard tamper-resistant battery cover has a tamper-resistant lock to help prevent children opening the battery cover. To lock, turn the locking screw clockwise with the battery cover locking tool until it's in a horizontal position. To unlock, turn the locking screw anti-clockwise with the battery cover locking tool until it's in a vertical position. Charge rechargeable battery modules. To charge rechargeable battery modules, angle and fit the rechargeable battery module into a socket on the cochlear nucleus battery charger. Twist clockwise to connect. Connect the battery charger to the power plug. And plug into mains power. The battery charger socket light will be steady orange when charging and will change to steady green when the module is fully charged. Change disposable batteries. The cochlear nucleus CP900 series standard tamper-resistant battery module uses two high-power zinc-air disposable batteries. Pull the unlocked battery cover away from the battery holder. Remove the batteries from the battery holder. Remove the new batteries from the packet and let them stand for a few seconds. Insert the batteries into the holder with the flat side facing up. Replace the battery cover by sliding it up towards the processing unit. The processor will turn on automatically. Turn on and off. You can turn on your sound processor in one of two ways. Either connect a battery module or quickly press the lower button to turn on. The processor will flash green when it's turned on. The number of green flashes indicates the number of the current program. To turn off, press and hold the lower button for 2 seconds. The processor will flash steady orange as it turns off. Change programs. You can choose between programs to change the way your sound processor deals with sound. Your clinician can give you up to 4 programs. Quickly press and release the lower button to switch between programs. The number of green flashes indicates the number of the current program. Lock and unlock buttons. You can lock your processor buttons to prevent accidental adjustments. Quickly press and release both buttons at the same time to lock the processor. A green flash, followed by orange, indicates the processor buttons have been locked. An orange flash when pressing buttons indicates the processor buttons are locked. To unlock the processor, quickly press both buttons at the same time. An orange flash, followed by green, indicates the processor buttons have been unlocked. Wear your processor. Place the processor on your ear, letting the coil dangle. Move the coil sideways and onto your implant. The processor will flash orange every second it's not connected to your implant. Talk on the phone. Listen to hearing loops and hear voices on the telephone with the Telecoil. Your clinician can set up your processor with manual Telecoil and also auto Telecoil. Auto Telecoil detects the Telecoil signal automatically. Whether you choose auto or manual Telecoil, you can control the Telecoil with your remote. You can also turn manual Telecoil on and off with your processor. Quickly press the upper button to turn manual Telecoil on. Position your phone's speaker over the microphone portion of your sound processor. It may take a few moments to find the best position. Quickly press the top button to turn the Telecoil off. When the Telecoil is activated, you'll also be able to use a Bluetooth headset. If you have Auto Telecoil active, the Telecoil will automatically come on in response to a voice through the Bluetooth. Your clinician can set up your processor to flash blue indicator lights when the Telecoil is activated. Wear a Snug Fit. The Cochlear Nucleus CP900 series Snug Fit holds your sound processor more securely in place than an earhook alone. Attach a Snug Fit by pressing firmly on the top of the earhook with your thumb to click the earhook off the sound processor. Click your Snug Fit into place. Carefully bend the lower part into shape to suit your ear. Remove your Snug Fit by clicking it off the processor. The smallest Snug Fit comes with a Snug Fit band to fix it more securely to the processor. Thread the Snug Fit band onto the Snug Fit. Click the Snug Fit into place on the processor and push the Snug Fit band securely onto the battery module. Wear a mic lock. The Cochlear Nucleus mic lock helps hold the processor securely on the ear. Attach by pushing the mic lock band onto the processor with the tubing facing forward. Place the processor on your ear and bring the tubing up to the earhook. Trim the tubing to a length that will hold the processor firmly in place without discomfort. Soften the end of the tubing in warm water and push it onto the tip of your ear hook. Let the tubing cool before wearing. Wear a mic lock stirrup. Use a cochlear nucleus mic lock stirrup to hold a processor with a lightwear cable securely on the ear. The stirrup snaps into the two dimples at the base of the lightwear cable. Place the processor on your ear and bring the tubing up to the ear hook. Find the right length of tubing to hold the processor firmly in place. And cut with a pair of scissors. Soften the end of the tubing in warm water and push it onto the tip of your ear hook. Let the tubing cool before wearing. Wear lightwear. The cochlear nucleus CP900 series lightwear cable allows any standard battery module to be worn on the body. Only the processing unit is worn on the ear. Lightwear is made up of a lightwear cable, a case, and a choice of fixing aids. Twist the battery module to remove it from the processing unit. Twist the lightwear cable to attach it to the processing unit. Twist the battery module to attach it to the lightwear cable. Slide the battery module into the lightwear case. Attach the fixing aid appropriate to your needs. It should snap firmly into place. Personalise your processor. Sound processor and coil covers are available to personalise your processor and protect it from scratches. To attach processor covers, slide the cover onto the processor. To remove, pull the cover away from the processor. To attach coil covers, discard the clear plastic cover and stick the coil cover into place on the coil. To remove, lift the cover off the coil. Audio accessories. The accessory socket on the CP910 sound processor lets you connect a wide range of audio accessories. Audio accessories cannot be connected to the CP920 sound processor as it doesn't have an accessory socket. To connect an audio accessory to the CP910 sound processor, carefully lift open the accessory socket cover with your screwdriver. Hold the side grips on the accessory connector and carefully push it into the accessory socket until it clicks into place. When you connect an audio accessory, your processor automatically detects it. Insert the other end of the audio accessory cable into a compatible device. For example, a portable music player. Audio accessories turn on automatically when you plug them into a processor. Quickly press the upper button to switch between microphones and the audio accessory. Personal audio cable. Use a personal audio cable to connect a battery-powered audio device to your CP910 sound processor. For example, a portable music player. Bilateral personal audio cable. Use a bilateral personal audio cable to connect a battery-powered audio device, for example, a portable music player, to your CP910 sound processors. For stereo, connect the short side of the cable to the left processor and the long side of the cable to the right processor. Mains isolation cable. For electrical safety reasons, always use a mains isolation cable when connecting any personal audio cable to a mains-powered audio device or a battery-powered device connected to mains power for charging, for example, a television or a laptop computer. Monitor earphones. Use monitor earphones to check if a CP910 sound processor is working. This is helpful if you have a recipient in your care. Lapel microphone. To make conversations easier in noisy places, attach a lapel microphone to your CP910 sound processor.